Girl talk.
It's a noun.
Uncountable.
Disclosures between females, which is considered to be inappropriate for the male ears.
No topic is off limits.
We will give you honesty
Some comedy.
A little inspiration.
and some tips and tricks to get you through your week.
Here to bring a little light to all the darkness and hopefully put a smile on your face. The Cave Babes! Welcome to the Cave Babes podcast. We are so excited for our first show. We just want to thank you all for listening, tuning in. Just want to, real quick, don't forget to like, rate, and subscribe to all of our channels. Wow, my phone just died. That's great.
It's okay. We got
It's okay,
this.
we got it. You can catch us. That's our fault for trying to have a script. It's totally fine. It's the first show. It's good. But you can follow us on our Facebook page, which is Cave Babes Podcast, or our Instagram page, which is Cave Babes Pod, P-O-D. Podcast was taken. One day maybe we'll get the rights to that one.
Yeah, I actually messaged them and I said, I know this is weird,
But we need
Can we
that.
take your name?
but you literally haven't posted anything in a really long time. Do you mind just deleting your account?
Are you serious? Oh
Did
my
they
God.
respond? No, because they haven't posted in 3
Right,
months.
they're-
So
they're
we can,
already
like, report
basically
them.
deleted.
Like, report. They don't post. We need their name.
We
Thanks.
need it. We need their rights. Yes. But so anyway, don't mistake us for the person who hasn't posted in 3 months. Look for Cave Babes Pod on Instagram. And then, of course, you can listen to us on anywhere you find your favorite podcasts. And, of course, we are going to be your favorite podcast. So you'll
that's
find us
right.
anywhere. Exactly.
Yeah.
And eventually a YouTube channel. Do we have that quite yet? We're getting there.
You know what? It's going to be tomorrow.
It's gonna be tomorrow, so when you
'Cause
listen,
you're gonna be watching
you're gonna
us.
watch on YouTube. So if you are watching it on YouTube, make sure you do follow us on your Spotify, Apple Podcasts, anywhere you find your podcast, and you will find us there. So we're gonna start with intros. So I'm gonna go ahead and go first. My name is Chelsea. I am married to Caveman Media's Drew Layton, my giant redhead. Shout out to you, baby. Love ya. But so we have been married. It'll be 3 years in September of this year. We have a daughter. Her name is Sophia. She is 4. She's also a redhead.
And extremely adorable.
Yeah, so cute. But I got my hands full. So full. It's crazy. But I graduated from West Carrollton High School back in 2012. Represent. I think we all did.
Represent. We all
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
right.
see?
My little West Carroll Tucky. It's fine. A little town where everybody knows everybody. But anyway, so I guess a little back history. I graduated in 2012. I went to Wright State right out of school. I actually was an opera major. So I did a lot of theater. I was that person in high school that did the theater. Loved it. So I went to school for it. I loved what I did not like college. So that didn't really work for me. And about that time, Drew came back into my life. We had went on our first date in middle school. Went to 7th and 8th grade, went to formal together, and then I broke up with him because I'm a year older than he is, and high schoolers don't date middle schoolers. I think
That's
that's
right.
common sense, right? Yeah, you know? So we kind of like dated on and off about pretty much every summer up until I went to Wright State. And so then he came back to my life, and so that started getting really serious. And then I went to my mom one day when I was supposed to schedule my sophomore classes, and I said I didn't want to do it anymore. So I decided to go to Paul Mitchell of Cincinnati and graduated from there. I'm a cosmetologist. I work at Michael's Salon and Spa in Centerville, and I absolutely love it. Yeah, I have a dog. Her name is Harley. She's pretty cute.
She is adorable as
Pretty
well.
cute dog. Yeah, pretty cute little family there.
You do
yeah.
have a very cute family.
Oh, thanks. I'm not biased or anything. It's fine.
No, you're not. It's very cute.
But yeah, so that's it for about me. We're going to move on to Taylor over there.
Right. Okay, so I met Cody. Well, we actually met in first grade. because we both went to Harry Russell, the same elementary school, and then we kind of started hanging out in the same friend group our senior year, and started dating it towards the end of our senior year, and then I went to. Okay, so then so my senior year, I talked about going to the Air Force. I never was boy crazy. I never was into all of that. And I met Cody, and like we are like drawn to each other like crazy. And I'm like, no, I'm not allowed to do this. I'm going to the Air Force. Like, there's no way
Like,
that this is happening.
me.
Do not distract me. My Air Force, leave date kept getting pushed back further and further, and so I was like, so it gave Cody and I more time throughout that summer of 2013, and we just really just kept growing. And then I went to the Air Force in January of 14, and we so I went, and then he proposed to me right after basic.
Such a cute little love story.
Yeah, everybody, that's normally like a disaster waiting to happen.
No,
but it's
you guys are perfect for each other. You guys are.
Yeah, so we he proposed in basic. We got married when I was in tech school, which is another big no-no. But here we are.
He makes the rules.
Right. You make your own rules. It's fine.
Yeah, so we moved to Vegas, and I was stationed at Nellis Air Force Base. And I loaded munitions on the A-10. I worked on the flight line, which is crazy.
There.
Yeah.
All right.
I met a lot of wonderful people in Vegas. I miss them dearly, and Cody and I had a wonderful time there. We were there from, 2014 to 2017, just about. We left in 2017. We bought a house here in West Carrollton, moved back home. We had our first son, Carter, in 2017. And I actually started school quite a few times in the midst of, since I've been home from then until now. It just, with kids and all the craziness, I know that this is something that happens with a lot of people, but I've started and decided that it wasn't the best time, or started and then got pregnant again.
Yeah.
Which we planned for. So I had Carson in 2019, and we wanted it. We obviously wanted him.
Well, yeah.
But we planned for him. We wanted them to be close together, and so we had Carson 2019. Since then, I've been babysitting since we've been home, and I've also been working at a nursing home. I'm an aide for an assisted living at Bethany, and I love it. I love it so much. And yeah, so I stay home with the kids. I'm crazy all the time because I watch a house full of kids every single day, but I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way. My life is a crazy hot mess, but I love it.
Perfect.
It
is perfect. And it totally suits you. Like, I mean, seriously, like, there are some women, like, I never felt that I could be a stay-at-home mom or that type of person. Like, I always felt like I needed to work. And not that I don't love being a mom, because I do,
Yes.
but I felt like I needed that escape of work.
I need the escape.
That's why Bethany is there. That's fine.
Yes.
Thanks, Bethany.
There we go, Bethany.
Yes, you are.
Come in club.
But I mean, it definitely, like, you just exude that personality. Like, it suits you. Yeah.
But, yeah, sometimes I feel that's not the case. but I do love it. I wouldn't have it any other way. I can't. I go through my head time and time again, like, what should I be doing? What should I be doing? And I always resort back to this, and this is just what I'm doing right now.
Because I think if you would know what you wanted to do, you would do that. Like, you have a strong will, you have that drive, but it again, I mean, it fits you, what you're doing, and we appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Thank you. Yes.
You're awesome.
Okay, so I guess we're going to move on to Miss Brooke
Okay,
over
let's
here.
go. Okay, I'm so basic. So I went to West Carrollton, like
Yes, like
all
us
of us.
all.
Yes. Graduated in 2014, moved out right away. I started at St. Clair for hygiene, dental hygiene, didn't like it, so I stopped. Now I am engaged to Matthew. What what's his thing?
Matt the Ranger.
I didn't even do that with Cody. Poor Cody. I'm so sorry.
Caveman
Cody's on
podcast.
Our
Caveman
caveman media. Yes, Cody. I'm so sorry.
All three of our men, thanks to them,
Yes.
got us started here.
Yes.
They
Yes.
all are on. They're the cast of Caveman Media podcast.
Yes.
So
They are.
check them out. They're awesome.
Yes,
Um,
definitely.
we've been engaged for like 4 years though. So if
Matt,
you see him
come
around,
on.
go ahead and yell at him about that. We have 2 kids, Callie and Paxton. Paxton's 4, Callie is 1. I work in a dental office. I've been doing that since high school. Pretty boring. I coach 16-year-olds in select softball. That's not boring. That's dramatic. What else? I have 1 dog, and we're getting 1 tomorrow.
Yes,
Oh.
you're getting a puppy tomorrow.
Yes, what
Oh,
kind are you
God.
getting?
He is a German Shepherd Mastiff.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, what?
What? I mean, mine's a German Shepherd Lab.
Yeah.
And yeah, good luck.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
didn't
we
know
have a
that.
Malamute, so it's like
Oh, okay.
he's huge. He's like, I think he's like 80 pounds. So
Okay.
Goodness.
it's whatever.
Yeah.
It's just his name's good. Okay, we have Jagger, which is our Malamute, and then the puppy's name is going to be Zeke.
Oh,
Cute.
that is cute.
Yeah, I bought Matt a dog one year for his birthday, and that dog was a psychopath. So ever since then, he swore that I was not going to be allowed to get a dog. But then we saw this one, and he's perfect. So we get him tomorrow.
I'm
Yay,
excited for
that's
you.
So that's
exciting.
about it. That's my life in a nutshell.
Well,
All
that's fine. I
right.
mean, perfect. So, we are your cave babes.
We are.
Yes. So, we're so
Got
excited.
that out of the way.
Yes, that is done. Obviously, though, if our followers, if you guys ever have any questions you want us to answer, like anything more in depth, comment, anything. Like, we
will be
no topic is off
free,
limits.
yeah.
We are.
We have to answer every question.
Yeah, we
no
signed a
matter
waiver.
what.
We signed a waiver.
We signed our life away.
If not, we are
We're here
banished from
Yeah,
the babe
right.
cave. Banished. Obviously, I keep referring to the babe cave. Obviously, this is our babe cave.
Yes.
The dog is snoring next to me.
I
I'm so
literally
sorry.
just heard that.
The dog is snoring. It was not me. I'm so sorry. But anyway, so we want to give props to our girl Taylor over here. She's so
Yes.
crafty. She definitely put all this stuff together for us. Obviously, we had some tips to
Yes,
go with
she
it. But speaking of things we need for the babe cave, yes, help. This chair was not the intentional chair
No,
that we
it's
wanted. So
not.
we are looking for something a little bit smaller, a little bit more can flow with us.
Yes.
So
it
if
just rocks and it's just very uncomfortable.
and of course we stuck her in the chair. So, but in all seriousness though, if you guys have any chairs that you're wanting to get rid of,
Yes.
post a picture on our Facebook page, Instagram page. Let us know. Send us a direct message, something, because we will buy it off of you.
Yes.
for sure.
And then we'll
Please.
shout you out.
Yeah.
Like, help.
Yes. You gave us the good chair.
Yes. We need a good chair.
Yes. Honestly, a little bit reasonably priced if possible. We don't want to spend a ton of money, or else we would have bought a brand new one.
That's exactly right.
But we are looking for consignment here
Yes,
on the
we
Cave
are
Babes.
bargainers.
We are all bargainers for sure. But yeah, so I think our next thing we're gonna do is Taylor has a little joke for us, a little joke of the week.
Yay.
You guys are not ready for this.
Oh, God.
Oh man, I think
man.
I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Or
Okay.
you might be. I don't really
Okay,
know.
let's
This-
see.
Okay, so I think I was literally in 5th grade when I heard this. So please bear
That's
with
great.
me.
Throwback.
Bear
Throwback.
with me.
Let's hear it.
Throwback
And
joke
actually-
of the week.
I think what's the on 2.5 Men? What's the little kid's name?
I don't know. I don't want
I just know
What is
Charlie
his name?
Sheen.
Charlie. Okay, the half, 2.5, the half. I don't know
the
his
little
name.
boy.
Gosh, I am terrible with this. Anyways, I'm pretty sure he told this joke, and it has stuck with me. It might have been before I was in 5th grade. I really don't even know. Okay, you guys ready?
Oh, God.
Ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Ready.
I wish it was better than what it's gonna be. Okay, so there's 2 muffins in the oven. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, 2 muffins.
Her face
kind
is
of
so
muffins?
serious.
What kind of muffins?
One muffin. I don't know what kind of muffins they are. Maybe a chocolate chip. Maybe a blueberry.
Okay.
I like
Banana
chocolate
nut?
chip.
Let's do
Banana
chocolate
nut
chip.
is
Okay.
pretty good too.
Okay.
Got 2.
All right.
Banana nut says, "Man, it's hot in here," and chocolate chip says, "Oh my God, it's a talking muffin." That's it. That's all I got.
That is the best joke I've ever heard. Listen, you guys are gonna listen.
What just happened?
You guys are gonna learn really quick.
I'm so
I feel like I feel like Taylor and I have this sense of humor that's like the stupider, the better the joke is. Like
I'm
like,
surprised I got it out. 'cause
Okay, but I
normally
laughed at it. Like, I don't laugh at jokes, and I legit laughed at it. Like, anyone can vouch for that. I don't laugh, and that was funny because it was stupid.
it was so stupid. So if you guys caught it in our intro, our little the girls or whatever the cave babes.
That's basically.
We gypped the Amanda show. So
We
sorry.
did.
We
Don't
duped
tell.
it.
Oops.
We
We
duped
duped
it.
it.
It's fine. But anyway, if you caught that, we said that we are going to bring a little honesty, comedy, inspiration, and tips and tricks to get you through your week.
Yes,
right?
we did.
So that was our comedy hour. We brought that to you.
to you
Honesty
by-
is obviously the entire show. We're going to be raw, honest. That's what we want to communicate with all of you. I think that's what's going to make us stand out from other podcasts. We are
agree.
not staged. I mean, you throw us a topic, we're going to talk about the topic. And then we'll get to the other ones a little bit later, but Taylor's Comedy Hour. Woo-hoo. So our next thing that we are going to do is a little What You Got segment.
All right.
Okay, so the What You Got, you might have heard different things like around the table, bring it to the room, anything like that. It's similar to that, but each week we're going to go around and just kind of bring a topic to the table and we're going to talk about it real
Yep,
quick.
each of us.
Yeah, so speaking on that, Brooke, what
you got?
Okay. Let's get this going. Okay, so first of all, have you guys ever been to the chiropractor?
No.
I haven't, but I have definitely been thinking about it.
Okay, so I sit at a desk all day. And I coach, so I've been having like crazy back pain the past couple weeks just from like being active, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, long story short, I decided to go to a chiro. Never been, but I know I needed to. The first visit I went, they did like stim on my back. They literally put the chair against the darn wall and ripped my hip back into place.
Oof.
Okay, he tried
Good
like 3 times. It
Lord.
wouldn't come out. So then he had to like, whatever.
Oh, that sounds
It
terrible.
hurt so bad. I'm like, is that normal? Like, okay, obviously it's normal. I'm just so jammed from sitting all day and being overweight and just softball, all the, all the things. So that freaking hurt. So then I'm going twice a week, and I went for the second time today. Different doctor. Are they they're doctors, right?
Yes.
I
Yeah.
hope so, because
Yep.
they cracked my neck today. So,
How
It
did
was a
that
different
feel?
okay, so like when I went in the first time, I was going in for, first of all, my whole back was killing me. Like I could not even pinpoint. It just like hurt to move, hurt to talk, like everything. So we kind of just like adjusted me,
Right.
did all the things. Well, today I went in and he was like very like into my history. So the other doctor wasn't so much, still super nice. But today he was like, do you get headaches? And I was like, yes. And I like slunch because, is that the right word? Slunch?
Slouch.
Slouch. I slept.
Slouch.
Okay. I laid
Cave babe
forward
approved.
because I have a big chest and I'm at a desk all day. So I like
I have terrible posture
slouch.
too.
Yeah,
Right.
as we all like adjust ourselves while you're talking.
So that, yeah, sorry. So then he looks at me and he's like, do you have headaches? I'm like, yeah. He's like, okay, 3-4 visits, they'll be gone. He's like, how long have you had them? Years. For as long as I can remember. We've tried all different things. So I'm hoping that it felt, okay, for one, he had me like lay flat and then he like just massaged my neck, which the other dude didn't do that. And then he was like, okay, here we go. Like breathe, because I get very tense, nervous when something new. And he just like put his hands around my neck and just pulled up, and then cracked.
Oh,
Like literally just up a little bit, and then boom.
was it
and then-
satisfying? Like
Yeah, it felt so good. It's like when you feel so jammed and like,
Like
they
that
stretch
instant
you out.
pressure.
It's like,
or instant release.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
want to go so bad.
which I was nervous because the other dude like hurt my hip, which I know it was because it was so jammed. Like I know he
Yeah.
didn't do anything wrong. It was
Right.
just-
Right.
yeah. And then he was like, okay, well let's go like side to side. And I'm like, oh God. He's like, are you okay? Are you good? I'll be gentle. I'm like, okay, I'm good. And he literally just like massaged and then turned me and was like,
Oh my gosh.
but it was so satisfying. Like,
That's scary, but I definitely want to do it.
Well,
I would
he-
be curious.
yeah, he was like, you have no signs that we would have any complications. Like, that's when
Okay.
things go bad, is if you have certain signs of this, that, and the other. But
Yeah.
I had none of those signs, and he was like, it's cool, we're cool, we're going to do this. He was very chill. So I would totally recommend him.
Okay.
I might try it because last week I had some serious hip pain. So
Yeah,
I
and I
I
have
have the
our
horrible
insurance.
sciatica problems.
Yeah,
that
me
is kills
too.
me.
Yeah, you
Oh my
definitely need it.
gosh.
I'm pretty sure from what research I've done, the chiropractor can help you
help
with
with
They
that
can
that.
help with
too.
everything. It's crazy. So, like, I know you're on the same insurance, so it was like
Yes.
$50 for the initial visit, but then
Yes.
each adjustment's actually cheaper. So,
Okay.
like, I only paid $30 today.
Okay,
So I only
that makes
paid
sense.
because I was like $100 a week for this. That dog
The
is still
dog.
snoring.
Snoring. Every time I touch it, it just like.
Me too, dog. Me too, dog.
Me too, dog.
I feel it.
Dog.
Anyway, very satisfying. What's it called?
Yeah.
What's the place called? I totally forget. Integrative.
Yeah, I don't know.
Integrative. I don't know.
Integrity Medicine Dayton.
Something. Yeah.
We'll get back
Integrative
It's
to
on,
that.
Medicine
yeah,
Dayton or
we'll let you
something.
know. It's on like Yankee.
Dr.
Yankee Park.
Dooley
Yankee
and
Park Road,
Dr.
yeah.
O'Brien. Awesome.
Yes.
Totally recommend that.
Sweet.
It's very satisfying, but
Okay.
scary.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna try it.
All right. So I'll go next.
Okay.
My what you got?
what you got?
Oh,
Yes.
thanks for that. My what you got is that we just got back from Gatlinburg over the weekend. Everything is open. It's like
good.
probably busier than it ever really is. We were just there for Christmas this past Christmas, and I'd never been for Christmas before, and it was pretty busy, but definitely not as busy as the summer. This was like summer and Christmas like all combined because everyone's tired of being locked in the
Yeah,
house.
They're ready to go.
Exactly. So, yeah, we did that. But while we were in Gatlinburg, I got my first tattoo. I officially am no longer a tattoo virgin.
I
Yes.
think it's so cute too.
It is
Thank
so
you.
cute. How
Look, you
was
guys can
it?
see it on the camera. I don't
Yeah.
know. Yeah. It actually wasn't that bad. It got a little tender, kind of like on the inside of my arm, like where your fatty part is.
Yeah.
And it like when he would do the shading and stuff, it was just kind of like one of those like, oh, that's annoying. Like, can you move, please?
Like
Type of
yeah.
thing. But you're not gonna say that, you know.
Right.
But shout out to Benzo. He was my tattoo
Ooh,
artist.
Benzo.
He was so good. He was like super light-handed with his touch, so it really didn't hurt.
Yeah.
He did mine, my husband's. He got the Sophia's birthday and Roman numerals on
Okay.
the inside of his arm, and then my aunt got 2 on her wrist.
Okay.
So he did all of them, and so they went first, and I kept standing there, and Drew kept like making comments. He was like, "You really need to get one. Like, we're here, just do it. You've always known what you would get if you got one." And I was just like, I don't know. Like, okay, look, I have this porcelain skin. Okay, it's white. I don't tan. I don't anything. Okay, so I'm gonna put this black marking all over my arm, and I'm never gonna be able to cover it up again. So I definitely had like a little bit of tattoo remorse like the first couple of days.
Oh,
I was like
it
waking
looks really
up.
Good, though.
Yeah, so today I finally got to take the bandage off of it. Like they put this new plastic thing on it, like
Yeah.
saran wrap, I don't know.
Yeah.
And he said to leave it on between 4 and 6 days.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, so I
They've
waited
never
for the
made me keep
5-day and I took
Okay.
it off and it's literally completely healed.
Oh, good.
So I just had to put a little bit of ointment on
Ooh,
it
that's
today.
nice.
But it's perfect. He did amazing, and it'll probably take me another 26 years to hype myself up for another one because I just can't commit to things like that.
Well, I'm so ready for another
Well, I'm
one.
proud
Oh,
of
I
you.
know.
I'm so proud of you.
Yes,
for
thank you.
yeah, they took your
Yeah.
tattoo virginity.
He
but
did. He did. He
that's
even
awesome.
he even rang a bell like in the tattoo shop. He was so excited to take my tattoo virginity. So shout out to Benzo. But yeah, so that was really cool, and we were probably there for like 5 hours because all 3 of us got one.
Yeah.
And Sophia was with us.
Oh.
And she was a rock star, though. She actually did so good.
Good.
But it was like 11:30, and I looked at Drew and I said, "Yeah, we're those parents that have our kid at the tattoo shop on
At
a
11:30.
Saturday night at 11:30, and she's just rocking and rolling." Like they were giving her papers to like draw her own tattoos on.
Awesome.
One of the tattoo artists like brought his like actual pins out that he draws his tattoos with, and was like gonna tattoo a heart on her. No, she chickened out. Don't get me wrong, but I mean they were totally cool. Like all the
Good.
artists there were super sweet. There was like Twyla was the receptionist, Doug was one of the artists, and then we had Benzo. So the 3 of them, there was super cool group. It was like Gatlinburg Tattoos or something like that. They're super highly rated. So if you're ever in Gatlinburg, check them out. Yeah, highly recommend. But yeah, so I'm no longer a
Yay.
tattoo virgin. Can mark
Good.
that off my list.
How did Sophia do like on the drive there? It's like what is it, 6 hours?
It was about 5.
Okay.
And she actually did okay. So we've done long car ride before.
Yeah.
For Thanksgiving, we drove up to see my husband's family in Mississippi, so that was about 8 hours. We actually took the truck, we took Sophia, and we took the dog. So that was a little interesting. But basically, we've just learned we got a portable DVD player.
Okay.
And then my aunt and uncle that went with us, they bought her like a little pack of like coloring books and things like that.
Good. Just keep
So
her occupied.
yeah, and then when we stopped at the gas station, we just let her load up on snacks.
Yep.
And she was golden. I mean, about 50 times she told me to turn on the AC, turn off the AC, turn it on. She's hot, she's cold, she's hot, she's cold. So blanket and a pillow for her was a must.
We're going on a little trip. I think Norris Lake, is that in
Okay.
Tennessee?
Yeah,
Yep. So we're going in like September. So I just prepare ourselves for trip with the kiddos.
I will say though, vacations are not vacations when kids are there. Call me
agree with that
call me
more.
horrible mom. I don't care.
It's a lot of work.
It
It's
is
so much
literally-
more work
And then
than
you're
being
out
so
of your
much more.
element, so it's like even more work because
Yes.
your stuff's
So-
all out of whack.
Yes, and Sophia was pushing every single button and limit. It was like if we weren't doing what she wanted to do, game over.
Yes.
Oh, so we have a adult only trip planned in August. I'm pretty excited
Where
for
are you
that.
going?
We're going to Florida.
So sad.
We're
So
headed to Vegas
excited.
in August.
Oh,
so,
are you kidding?
yes.
Oh, that's gonna be
Kid
so
free
good.
Vegas. Matt said something about Cody wanting to go. I don't know what that was.
I mean, we want to, but how are we going to get kids or sitters?
Okay,
We've
well,
never
we
left
changed it.
them.
It's not the 4th of July. Well, it's that Monday. No, it's
Wait,
not the 4th of July. I lied. It's that total
August.
next month.
Okay.
It's not. Good Lord. It's, right?
Yeah,
it's
August.
Like, yeah. It's like
July,
August 3rd or something.
Yes.
It's Monday through Thursday now. We're going to Vegas. They canceled our cruise, so
That's what you
we're
guys
just
are gonna
go,
do instead.
Yeah, we're just going to go to Vegas.
I wish.
It'll be
We'll just-
fun.
I-
Play,
Just
I'll
do
watch
it.
I
them.
wanna
It's
go
fine.
back to
Drew, if you're
Vegas.
listening,
Just do it.
I just volunteered us to watch the babies.
Oh my god, that's a lot. That's a Monday through Thursday. Oh wow, yeah, that's.
I'd have
too
to take the
much.
whole week off of work. Like,
No big
Well,
deal.
listen, I
we
just
can
signed
tag
myself up
team,
for.
like, your mom and my dad can tag team with Chelsea and also his parents.
Yeah, we'll figure something.
We can
out,
make it
maybe.
work.
I
We'll-
really
we'll talk
want to get on the
post-podcast for that
Yes,
one.
we do. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so it's on to Miss Taylor. What you got?
Okay, so today, on a whim, I decided to schedule my boys for a little 30-minute photo shoot.
Cute.
Kay Holden just started up like a week ago, and she is killing it.
Right.
Yes, I just saw
Yes.
she had like 900 followers or something like that.
Something
Like
crazy.
insane.
She's doing really,
Right.
really good.
Yeah,
and
proud of her.
So we met up with her today, and she was super good with the kids.
Yeah.
They did really good. I was surprised. Towards the end, they were over it, but yeah, they did very good. And I'm very, very, very excited to see what comes of that.
Yeah.
But on my way out,
oh my god.
as I was leaving, this so it's like a little wooded area, and there's like a little gravel parking lot and some little wildflowers around, and there's some giant rocks.
Boulders. There are some boulders.
Boulders
in
not
the
big
parking
enough to
lot.
see outside of your car, but like big enough to tear your car apart. I literally pulled out of my parking spot and like smacked it. Like, okay, first of all, I barely had my toe on the gas, so it was not because I was going too fast. Like, I literally barely touched it, and this rock, I turned into it. It literally knocked my entire bumper off of my car.
No, it
My
didn't knock. It shredded your
Yes.
bumper off
I mean,
of
it
the
was
car.
hanging on by like a little plastic piece, and it like ripped the cord out of my lights. Like my lights are no longer attached to my bumper.
And Boulder.
I have no idea who I need to call for this, but something. Anyways, so I'm sitting there in a complete panic. And it's just hanging out on the floor. I'm about to take my heel and knock off the other end so I can like put my bumper in the back of my car.
Like slide it between the boys.
Yes.
Hold on to it, Carter.
I
Keep
said,
your hand
how
on
am I
it.
gonna do this? It is, first of all, it's ginormous. I'm like, I cannot believe this rock just literally tore my car apart.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it. If you guys can only see, it was like so terrible. And so
Did
finally,
anyone
I just
see
take
this?
a deep breath. There was a man in his truck, and he just watched, and then he drove away as I'm literally in a panic standing in front.
Horrible.
I'm like, are you serious?
Ew.
Like, yeah, that was terrible.
We don't like you, man.
He probably was just laughing and rolling his eyes. He probably knew like, okay, now she's gonna want me to come over there. I'm out.
Yeah, I'm gonna just leave right now.
Yeah. So Yeah, so I'm sitting there like, oh, I'm about to kick the rest of it off so I can stick it in my car. I'm like, I need to gather my thoughts. I called Cody. I sent him a text of a picture and I said, something bad happened, really bad. And then I sent him the picture and he was like, what happened? And I literally showed him the rock that destroyed
Shredded
my
your
car.
bumper, yeah.
And so then I got on FaceTime with him and he was like, will it go back on? And I was like, no. He's like, so you're going to have to take it off. And I took a deep breath and I like tried to put it back on and it kind of snapped into place a little bit. So I snapped it in and I just prayed the whole way home that it would, that it would not pop off and that I would run it over and like completely total
Well, because you were
bumper.
all the way out by me. You were in Germantown, right?
Yeah. So it was like 20 minutes, but so
but
I was like,
still, I mean, at least so you could take kind of the back roads.
Yeah.
So you could go slow if you needed
yes,
to.
I didn't go slow, but
just praying that I get there
your
door 60
entire
miles.
bumper.
yes. So yeah,
Oh
so
my
then
gosh.
I
just picture
it's
you like
hanging on
dragging
right now.
on the ground.
I
and you're
know.
going, like, 10
If I
miles per hour.
literally like if it fell off, I would have run it over and then it would have been literally destroyed. So I was like,
over.
please do not fall
Please.
off. And it's on there pretty good now. So I just need to maybe make some phone calls and
Get
figure
some
out
zip ties, maybe. Just,
yeah, something.
Some Gorilla Glue.
I really could
Yes.
care less about what it looks like. I just don't. I need it to not
just need
fall
a
off.
car.
Yeah, I
Right.
just need it to not fall off in
Right.
the middle of me driving. So
Well,
that's it.
Boulder and Germantown, you need to chill it.
Yeah, just
basically. You
watch
Watch out for the
yourself.
boulders. They're everywhere. Okay, so that is what you got. That's
Yeah,
our segment.
that's how it's gonna go.
Yeah, so
Every week we'll bring you a little something,
bring
something.
a little something. Okay, so moving on to this lovely artwork behind Taylor here. This is our topic wheel. If you guys do already follow us, you saw on our Facebook and Instagram we were posting today looking for some topics to put on our wheel. So we have filled, what is it, 18 or 19?
19 spots.
19 spots are
I'm
on there.
so nervous.
No, it's totally
Maybe it's
fine.
18.
Maybe
I am
18.
wrong.
think it was
I think it's 18. You're right. It's
Okay, 18. Okay. So, basically how it's going to go is we are going to do this every week. So that's why we were saying definitely comment again. No topics are off limits. We've got
They're not.
we've got some
Crazy.
raunchy things on there that I'm so sorry to mothers and mother-in-laws
And
and,
families.
grandparents and families listening. But we'll
Sorry, Mom.
Sorry. But we'll try to keep them a little tame. But again, no topics off limits.
Yeah,
so it
it
is
is
what it
what
is.
happens.
Exactly. We'll
Let's
see what
go.
happens. So we're going to let Miss Vanna White over here spin our wheel. And we're just going to go with it. So all of us have to answer. You can go ahead and spin it if you want to. All of us have to answer the topic. So what we got?
We got a
Okay.
mommy hat.
Oh.
Share a
Yeah.
mommy hat.
Okay. All right. Who wants to go first?
Oh boy. Let's see. Mommy hack. I sure have quite a few of these, I'm sure.
Okay.
Here we go, Brooke. You
Whoever,
go.
me? Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think. Okay, I'm not trying to steal. Was it you? No,
No, you're
somebody. If you have a trampoline
Yeah.
and it has a net, and you're outside with your other toddler running around, put the baby on the trampoline and zip the net.
Yes.
They can't get out.
Yes, that is
They can't
perfect.
fall through the hole. They can't get
Yeah,
out.
They can't get out. They can't get hurt.
I've
They're
never
on-
tried it, but I heard about it, so I may try it.
I
next
definitely
time.
did it at your house with my toddler.
Did you?
Yes.
Maybe that's what it was.
Here we go.
That is a good one.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
'cause
I mean, they can't get
cannot
hurt either, so don't freak out that I'm like harming my
No.
children. But
No.
Yeah,
they
no,
can't
no,
get
no.
hurt.
The
And
net,
listen,
like,
no
blocks-
judgment here.
Right.
No
No.
judgment.
Yes,
Right.
The net
Yeah.
blocks the holes and stuff. So
Right, so she
they're
can't
in
fall
there.
through it.
Cannot fall through.
Perfect. So I'll go. I got a mommy hack. So, okay, I can't be the only one that their kids obsessed with the iPad, the phones, all of that
Mommy
stuff.
hack.
But I actually kind of duped it from my mom. My mom's got a grandma hack, I guess. So she has an iPad that she doesn't have a case on, and Sophia uses it. Why, I have no idea, because she just trashes everything. But anyway, so she's got this canvas little thing on her floor, and it sits on an easel, and Sophia always likes to prop the phone up, and
So
she
does
can't
Paxton,
because it doesn't have a case on it, so it just slips right off the table,
yeah.
and I'm afraid she's going to shatter it.
Yeah.
So my mom took the canvas off the easel and just props it up, and it fits right there. And so she sits it like up on the table, and then Sophia just watches it.
That's
That
genius.
is a hack right
Yes,
there.
that is a
yes,
hack.
it's
Yes,
perfect.
Because Paxton always puts it up against cups or something in a
And
restaurant.
it knocks
spills
them over.
everything.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah,
Same
exactly.
thing happens here.
Yeah.
It's just so smart.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so my mommy hack is kind of rolling off of yours. We just situated our whole backyard to where
It's
the
literally
kids,
like a kid's jungle.
Yes.
Yeah.
And guess what that means for me? I get to sit on a table and watch them have fun, and I don't have to worry about them. Like,
Right.
they
Just
just
like
get to
run
go
after them and chase
Yes,
after them.
I feel like there's very little that they can get into that I have to tell them not to get into. And
Right. It's literally
Oh,
for them.
breathe
Because
for
you
a
watch
second.
2 other kids, right?
Yes.
So you have a house of 4
Yes.
every day.
Sometimes more, but yes.
Right.
And yeah, so like when we're inside, it's like, please don't jump off of that. Please don't do that. And when they're outside, it's like, basically do whatever you want, and I will sit here and make sure that nobody breaks any bones.
And if you
But
do,
it's
just
so
come over here.
I know, and I will give you some love. No, it's
Switch
definitely
off
nice
your
having the
shoulders for
backyard
a few
situated.
minutes.
Yeah. They're old
That's
enough
nice.
now that they get to play around, and
Yeah.
I enjoy it so much.
That's-
And in the evenings, it's nice to have a little cocktail with
Oh,
Cody and let them
yes.
play for a
I've
minute.
seen that. He'll send me a Snapchat or something, and it's you
Yes.
2 like cheers in,
It's
and you're
been
sitting
so
on the table.
long.
Yeah,
It's
you
been
can
so
actually
long, and
enjoy
it's-
each other.
We're getting to enjoy our evenings a little
Oh,
bit,
I
so
love
it's
it.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
It's
awesome.
definitely nice.
I mean, like, my kid just pees on everything in the backyard. So that's really, if we're having a fire, that's the first thing. Don't pee in the fire, Paxton. Like, stay
I've
away
literally
from
seen
it.
him just all of a sudden play in the middle of playing. Let me just
Whip
pee.
it out. He walks out on the porch. I'm walking out behind him with Callie in my arms, and he's standing on the steps just spraying everything.
Oh my,
Oh my
It's like,
god!
put that thing away.
Oh,
Boys.
Why do you,
See,
you're like a
y'all.
dog. You're having to spray everything. Like,
I don't have a
God.
boy, so I give
Oh,
you
Lord.
guys props.
Maybe someday.
Maybe. Come on, Drew. I don't know. Maybe one day we'll see. I think he'd probably run in traffic if it happened anytime soon, but
oh my
it's
God,
totally
if I had
fine.
another kid, Matt would too. Don't worry, they could do it.
All right, let's see what we got.
Oh my
Craziest place you did the,
the
dirty.
dirty.
That was brought to us by our follower Rochelle Fillers.
God.
Right?
Yes. Way to go, Rochelle.
Okay, Rochelle, look at you.
Darn it.
Okay,
out of all
so
Who wants
I
to
mean, I
start
guess I'll go
this?
first. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, it is
Okay,
what it is.
so Drew and I were dating,
Okay.
and when you're dating, okay, pre-marriage, you're just all about each other.
And not to
Yeah.
mention, we
We're
are like
kids.
high school, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
that's-
we were out of high school at that point. I mean, we dated for, well,
Okay.
maybe he was
still a senior.
I don't remember.
Okay,
Anyway,
yeah,
anyway.
yeah. Anyways.
So we were at a park, and I'm not going to say which park because I'm not going to get in trouble for this. But we were at a park. Well, okay, backstory. Drew and I would send text about places that we were curious to do the dirty in.
Yeah.
Just keeping it lively, you know. And one of them was a park. Okay. We
Okay.
went to a park that had like hiking in it, so we at least weren't like on the freaking playground or anything. It was like back in kind of the wooded area.
Well, that's
It's
nice
at least a
of you.
little
You're
better.
hidden.
We're,
You're
very,
hidden.
we're being very cautious. So I had this blanket, and it was a Steelers blanket. And if you all
Boo.
know my husband, he is a
Yay.
Who Dey fan. So when we
Ew.
were dating, I was a Steelers fan, and then eventually he converted me because now I just don't really care. I mean, I'm not going to argue with him. The whole spare bedroom is the Bengals. But anyway, so I had a Steelers blanket. We go, we set up. We do the dirty. And the park that we were at, there was a police station not that far from it. So the sirens start going off, and we think we're getting caught doing the dirty in the park. So we took off running, and Drew like left me because he runs so much faster than me, and he throws my blanket like back in. I swear he did it on purpose because he hated that Steelers blanket. But like, yeah, he chucks the blanket. He takes off running. He's in the car, and I'm still halfway back by the park. And then we realized that there were no cops coming. It was just the sirens going off from the police station,
From the actual
like
police department.
behind the park.
Right there.
And I still to this day have no blanket. And like he wouldn't go back for it. He kept saying, "No, the cops will be there. They're checking it out."
Oh my God. Okay, well, question.
Yeah,
Did
no.
you at least get to finish in the car? Or was he too scared?
No, we finished at the park. It was like
Okay.
as he
So it
like
was
he
like
was
as you
like
guys were
standing
done.
up, zipping his pants up, and the
We were done.
the
Okay.
sirens started going.
Got it.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay,
everybody.
so
But yeah.
yeah.
So
No topic
all right.
off limits. So.
Who's next?
All right, I've got this.
Okay.
I just came up with one on a whim.
Okay. All right.
Oh God.
Okay, it was actually. Oh, I'm embarrassed a little.
It's okay. I just said I
It's
did it in a
fine.
park, so.
Okay, so actually, this was prior to Cody and I dating, but it's with Cody.
Okay.
Okay,
All right,
so
all right.
that's a little
Wasn't
bit.
official
That was
yet, okay.
yeah, it was not official. Our friends didn't think they had any idea, and like I said, we hung out like in the same friend group, and we did a little partying, like little house parties, get-togethers, and I think it was. I'm probably gonna be wrong. It was homecoming. It was homecoming, and I had gone. Actually,
With Drill.
I went with Drew,
Yes, you
but
did.
as friends,
Right,
obviously.
right,
Yeah.
right.
We went as friends, and but
Whoa,
because
I didn't know that.
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
that is weird.
That is
okay, I
so
totally
weird.
didn't even process that. Okay, so we
Side
anyways,
note.
obviously that was because we were friends because I was actually like with Cody,
Right, but you
our
couldn't
friends,
say that.
Our friends did not know that,
Right.
and like, and so we had went to like the after party, and one thing led to another, and we were in a closet. And somebody's brother walked in on us.
Shut up.
I swear.
Oh my god.
And it was very uncomfortable, and I'm sure they probably can't even look me in the eyes to this day. But
Oh, God.
yeah. So
Wait, so you were in the closet.
yeah, it was like a
So did they, like, walk
basement
in?
laundry room closet.
Oh, okay. Like
So
a
what did you do?
little-
Like peek out the door, like, sorry, we'll be on a minute.
No, we didn't say a single thing. We just pretended
sat
like
for a
they didn't
minute.
see. They
Did
just
wait? Okay,
pretend.
so if Brooke gets to ask if we finished in the car, did you finish in the
Oh,
laundry
yeah.
room?
For sure, yeah.
All right, there we
3
go.
times.
We literally
Look at her. She's like,
we
scored
pretended
yeah.
that it like literally didn't happen. Like, and even to this day, even to this day, I don't.
Who is that? Is that my kid or your kid?
I
We got a
don't
kid
know.
crying, mommy. What's going on? I think it's mine. What,
Yeah.
baby? Well, honey, I'm almost done, okay? Well, come here. You just can't talk.
You used to hang out with us.
Come here.
Oh. We are doing this a little later than we had expected
What's
because
on?
yet another technical difficulty.
Okay, well, Ruru's right there. Yeah, be careful, but you can't talk,
Okay.
okay? All right, no talking.
That's okay.
It's okay.
Okay, during this conversation, it's we're wrapping it up. We're wrapping it up.
It's just Brooke's turn.
Man. God, now I feel terrible.
Well, do you want to spin again, or do you want?
So
Nope.
let's fix
just
this.
do it.
Okay, so one time, it wasn't like somewhere crazy. It was my house, but Matt's family was over for a Memorial Day cookout. I mean, like his whole family, like aunt, uncle, cousins,
The
brothers, like,
extended and all.
everybody. And we just slipped away to the bathroom while they were all in our living room. No big deal. Right around the corner, he was telling me to shut up. Like, that was just what was happening. So let's
We kept
keep
it PG, but
Yeah.
that's we get it.
Yeah,
that is
sorry guys.
what
There's a kid in
happened.
the room,
Yes.
so
Sorry.
that'll do.
That'll do. Are we gonna do one
Thanks
more?
for coming in here. You saved me.
Aw.
Oh,
You gonna say hi? No.
No,
Oh, that's okay. Maybe
it's
one
getting
day.
a little late.
That's fine. Well, I think that wraps up our topic wheel.
I think so.
Yes. So that is actually going to end our show this week. So we just want to say thank you guys all for stopping in,
thank
supporting us.
you.
Yes, please continue to like, rate, and subscribe. Keep listening. Look out for next week. We're hoping that next week we're actually going to start bringing in like a product review of some sort. So
Yes.
we're going to start doing like a Cave Babes approved or not approved. So,
So
if-
send us your products if you want
Yes.
us
and we're
to.
gonna be like totally
give it a
honest
try.
with you. So if
Yes.
you don't like something,
Yeah,
we're
we
gonna
can
tell
try
you.
Yeah.
We can try it throughout this week, or if you want to get it to us throughout whenever,
Yeah.
and we'll try it, and we'll let you guys know how we feel about it.
Yes. So, so definitely, like I said, give us comments about topics that you want to hear next week. We can take off the 2 that we did this week and add
Yes.
2 more. So we're
Yes.
looking for those. But obviously, send us more than 2 because we'll make a whole list.
Yes,
we
we
want to
will.
keep that going because that is going to be a weekly thing that we do.
Yes.
And then so thank you guys for all of that. And then kind of speaking back to about what our intro was saying with honesty comedy and a little inspiration. So we want to end all of our shows with an inspirational quote. So
Chelsea has ours this
yes,
week.
our quote this week is that someday is not a day of the week. So just kind of like keep that in mind that anything that you guys want to do, you can do it today. You can do it tomorrow. But someday is
It's not.
it's not a day of the week.
Just
So
do
pick
it.
a day of the week and
do
it. Yes.
Yes.
So thank you guys for tuning in.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Yes, keep
Yes, we
following
do.
us, and we'll see you next time.